And it tries to sort a little bit apart the AI which is ready to use and the sort of things which we can successfully do and the sort of things which tend to be very interesting to debate but not ready for implementation yet. Right? Because AI is such a huge topic, and I feel from my conversation with clients that we sometimes don't distinguish these two things, like the big AI and the general AI, and the fact that we see in the distance AI becomes smarter than us. But the truth is that the AI is smart for very specific use cases today, and it's good to deploy those use cases instead of only debating about what AI can do for us in the more distant future. Yeah, one thing I tried to get across is IBM, obviously as a tech company which is very old, has always had sort of the normal business, and then it had always to think through what is the next sort of disruptive thing. Because without IBM doing that, we would have gone out of business or become an epic fail, as one of the presenters said today. And at the beginning, and you remember, I think it was in the 19th when IBM was playing chess against the world's chess champions, and then the thinking was, what's next, right? So if a computer can compute faster, a lot faster than people, what's the next big thing for computers? And IBM resolved that computers understanding language and content and pictures is the next big thing. So now computers have always been good at doing large numbers of Excel data, but computers understanding content is from IBM's perspective, the next big thing. And this is where AI comes in. You need AI concepts and technologies to teach computers understand content. For example, they should be able to do your tax return, right? Which is something they still can't, right? They can play Go, but they can't do tax returns. Right? The biggest advantage for, if you look at, let me draw another analogy with robotics. Like when we started to have robots, now the first use of robots was not the ballet school in the Bolshoi theater, right, as a sort of a first use case, right, because the first use case was in the factories, right, for robots. And I think the same way to do very simple things which are too tedious for us to do. And the same thing we should look at AI. It's very good at doing the tedious information things which we do today, which keep us from away from the more creative tasks. We just should do more of that in the media industry. There's a lot of other industries which have embraced that sort of deploying AI more. For example, insurance, banking industry, but also in public companies. But in media, we haven't done that thoroughly. And as I said, there's one example of Zalando. I don't know if you mean, Zalando is one of the biggest apparel retailers, online retailers for fashion in Germany. They laid off 250 people in marketing. Not because AI has become smarter than their marketing people, but because they just needed less manual work in marketing, and that work could be taken over by intelligent machines. Yeah, there's always two things. You can always you can go to IBM's website very simply and use the APIs. All the technologies out there, and you can use it. There's free usage tiers, and then you need to pay when you use it more, or you can do joint projects. So I think the benefit from IBM is actually that we have both. We have technology, and we have one of the largest, if you like, specialist workforce on AI, data science, data modeling, data architectures, infrastructures, whatever, computer linguists, and everything you need for these types of projects. So the more interesting things is where we actually co-create together with the publishers. We were working with the Bundesliga in Germany, who have the world's largest archive of football content. And they were unhappy that the people who license Bundesliga content do not effectively use that archive. And they do not effectively use it because it's too difficult to search. And we found we used AI technologies to make it easier to find interesting emotional scenes in the Bundesliga archive to be broadcast and put together with current content. Yeah, I'm not sure if you're going to be. It's going to be a long time until we are overtaken, I think, by machines, because the human brain is a very versatile thing, and I think we are only starting to understand the complexity and the achievements of human brain. So I think that is far away. But the thing which we need to do today is we need to, as we move more decision making to machines, we need to understand how those machines take decisions for us or on behalf of us. And that is also something which is a research focus of IBM, is how do you create transparent AI, and how do you understand where AI has a bias, right? And where AI may be unfair, right? And that is very, very important discussions. And I think it's very, very important that we discuss those things very openly, and that everybody understands how AI supports us and takes decisions on behalf of us.